One tribe, together we vibe.
Good energy, high vibration.
Great conversation is what we provide. This your boy Ballin' Boy Trey with my girl Boss Pretty. This is the Good Folks Podcast. We got a special guest tonight. My boy Devonta Ravizee.
Yeah.
So let everybody know who you is and where you from, bro.
Man, my name again is Devonta Ravizee. I'm from the east side of Birmingham. You know what I'm saying? East Lake, Roebuck, Center Point, over there. You feel me? Born and raised. And I'm just an entrepreneur. You know, I'm everywhere in almost every field almost. But I'm working on something really big right now. Really big.
Okay. So let us know how it all started. Like, because our conversation we had before, you say you started doing music first.
Yes, sir.
So take us from the beginning of your introduction to music and how you got started with that.
Yeah, because I know your name, but I don't know what you do. So what you do?
For sure. So I'm gonna take y'all back. What that boy J. Cole say, like I do so well. So, like I got kind of jumped into moving around a certain way when I was young, into just the whole entrepreneurial space. Started selling cars, like when I first got out of high school. My daddy and my uncles put me on a car game, going to the auctions, flipping them and selling them. That's how I was building up my money. And from there, I started to develop a love for music, like way back when I was in high school. Like I started rapping when I was 14. I think I wrote my first song for this little girl I was talking to. It was fire too, bro. On that little, even back then, nigga was tough. And so I wrote this song, and my mom and them was just like, oh my gosh, it's actually good. It's like, okay, you know, I'm gonna keep on rapping.
Right.
Had my first studio session at 15 in Atlanta, with a DJ by the name DJ Red, and we did a song, and it was cool. It was my first, song that I ever did. I rapped over a Boys to Men beat. Yeah, bro.
Oh man, you went that way.
You feel what I'm saying? Rapped over Boys to Men beat. I grew up on just the gospel and the jazz and the blues. You know what I'm saying? My grandma, all those influences in my life real heavy.
Right.
My mom and my daddy had me when it was 14. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I kind of was around just my whole family coming up because they was taking care of me.
Right.
Shout out to my moms and my dad, man. They 14 years old, bro, on the east side of Birmingham with a child, cuz made it do what it do, Oh, God, I love them so much, man. But yeah, so they came, they was doing what they was doing, getting me right. And I just kind of developed the love for music and got really, really good at it and started to learn how to do different things. And what really made me take it serious, when I was 17 years old, I got the opportunity to do the X Factor. You guys know what the X Factor is?
X Factor.
Not Fear Factor. X Factor. It's like American Idol.
Oh, yeah.
So they had one of their what's-the-names in New Orleans. Cuz finna pull it up. See, he getting down. Yeah. So they had one of their what's-the-names in New Orleans, man, and I had tried out on the X Factor, and I made it past the first round, got to the second round. And once it's so crazy because I had did an original song, a song that I had wrote. And before they actually show you on TV and all that stuff like that, it's like hundreds of thousands of people coming to the place, right?
Right.
And they in these little booths, you know what I'm saying, with several different judges. They got the tall curtains up, so you got to go in the booth by yourself, do your little thing, and if you make it, they say we'll call you back, and if you don't, they just say holla at you, thank you for coming. So I did my song, man. And the people was rocking. I was nervous, and my mama, she was there with me. She was supporting me. She was in the corner while I was rapping. 17 years old, hit the little 16, and it was silent. And I was like, dang, these niggas finna tell me to go home.
So how you felt like during that moment, knowing you got all these people watching you, but you don't know whether or not you're gonna go to the next round or not?
Like, so we weren't even it wasn't even on the big stage yet, but there were people watching though. It was just like, there were cameras there, but you didn't know they were there. They were hidden everywhere.
Right.
And you seen some of everything, bro. But I was nervous because I was like, man, like while I'm rapping my 16, I'm like, am I ready for this? Am I doing a good job? I'm rapping, but I'm having bad thoughts like while I'm rapping.
Right.
But I'm just spitting it out. And they just made me sit there for like a cool 30 seconds, bro. Silence. And then it was a girl. I'll never forget. It was a girl, white lady, who was one of the judges. It was two of them. And she was like, we going to have you come back for the second round. And I was like, oh!
That was it.
Boy, I started tripping, boy. Because, again, I'm 17. You know, I'm like, dang, this is big. You know what I'm saying? We in here, nigga.
Yeah.
But was you ready for, like, to become a rapper?
No. I thought, I didn't even think of it like that. I thought of it was like, I'm doing something that I found the love for.
Right. And getting recognition. Like
so it's really just a passionate, like, I just got a passion for music, so I'm just doing it.
Yeah. Because I was good at it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody who's hearing my music and stuff saying I'm good. I'm performing at churches and different things all around, you know, Birmingham and stuff. And so I just decided, like, okay, how far can I push it? How far can I take it? And then second round, I had to do the X Factor thing. And I got eliminated. Well, they said they would call me back, but they didn't call me back, though. Right. So I'm taking it as, like, you know, I got eliminated. And that was it. But after I got back home from New Orleans, I was like, from that experience made me be like, nigga, we can.
Yeah, you seen something.
Yeah, like,
it's possible.
Yeah, you know, niggas can really do something. And so from there, I just continue rapping. You know what I'm saying? Making music. Still in my entrepreneurial space, selling cars and doing different stuff. I started a few businesses just because, you know, my entire family's entrepreneurs. Like, nobody works for nobody. Everybody, they either like barbers, beauticians, you know, they sell cars. You know, it's a family of entrepreneurs.
Right.
So that was kind of just in my blood.
So did you ever have a job? Like, what was your first job?
Yeah. So my very first job, I was cutting grass, like, you know, for people around the community and stuff. Then I got my first real job where you clock in for somebody. I was like 18 or 19 working at Sam's Club.
That's crazy. That's my first job.
Really?
Yeah.
Where at? Which one?
I'm from Florida. So
Okay, for sure. Yeah, so I was in Trustville at Sam's Club.
Okay.
And I stayed there for about 2 solid years, and then kind of jumped off the porch from there, just kind of full-fledged into entrepreneurship. I mean, I could even take it back a little bit because I kind of got fired from Sam's Club, but it's like, look, it wasn't even like a official firing. You know what I'm saying?
Like a layoff.
You got unofficially fired.
Yeah, man. Look, I came in there one day and my name was not on the schedule. I was like, bro,
they got me off this long?
That's what I'm saying. That's what it was, like the whole week. I'm like, dang, what the world going on? And I ended up trying to talk to the manager and stuff, and she was like, that was a mistake. Well, when y'all made that mistake, it turned me off. So I was like, yeah, y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. And I went to the temp service because I was under so much pressure. I just had my first baby and all this stuff and trying to really make some good decisions. And I got an opportunity. Shout out to Dr. Cargis. She's an ophthalmologist. She gave me my first opportunity working in the doctor's office because she just saw my spirit. I ain't know nothing about opticianry, optometry, nothing like that. But she gave me an opportunity to study under her and learn. And I did. I learned a lot and took what she taught me and turned it into that whole entrepreneurship aspect and just started another company, linked up with some folks out of Ohio. The next thing you know, I got contracts with huge manufacturers like Mercedes, Camtech, Honda, Gestamp, you know, all these different companies, and then went from there to just, you know, figuring out other things while I'm still rapping and stuff. And then fast forward to now, kind of what I'm working on. I got a TV show on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna get into that.
Okay.
So, but before we get into that,
for sure.
Like your first original business on how you got started, because you said like your whole life you pretty much been like you was around entrepreneurs, so you was seeing different owners.
Yes.
So at what point did you see you as a owner of something, of any company or just anything in particular?
Right.
That you're running yourself.
Right. You know, I played around in the streets just a little bit, just a tad bit. And the first time my daddy had helped me sell some rims on this. I had a 90, it was 2001, 2002 Impala. And I had some things on that, boy. It was some foes, boy. It was clean. And so this dude had wanted to buy the rims from me. But I was 17 years old, wet behind the ears, and I'm around gangsters, like real niggas. Like back then in the 90s and the early 2000s, them folks was kind of a little bit more real than what's going on now.
Right.
And
Most
so
definitely.
I was around real niggas. And so this older brother, he was like probably in his 30s, late 30s, 37, 38, trying to buy my rims. And my daddy taught me how to talk to him. He taught me how to do the business. He was like, all right, look, you 17, so nigga gonna feel like he can kind of get over on you a little bit and all that stuff like that. Tell him what you mean what you say, stand on business, tell him what it be. If he ain't there, then he can't get it. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff like that. Just kind of taught me how to stand on my square real firm. And from that moment, I saw myself doing stuff because I was nervous, going into trying to do a deal with somebody much older than me. And but when my daddy kind of coached me up and,
gave you the confidence.
Gave me the confidence, I was like, I can run shit. I can do stuff, And that was it.
So that was your introduction to the streets.
Well, not the streets,
kind of like getting off path.
Yeah.
Other than like what was going on around you.
Yeah, just not even that. Because so this is how I live my life, bro. I think that there's nothing that's happens for no reason.
Oh, absolutely.
I think everything kind of plays a part in your overall story and what you got going on. And so for me, I was still selling cars and stuff at that time, but the focus began to not necessarily be on developing a business. It just kind of focused on personal development, personal growth. Like, nigga, is you scared?
Yeah,
you know
right.
Yeah. Can you stand on your square if a nigga trying to get buck with you? Are you gonna fold if somebody trying to change your mind about something?
Right.
And when that stuff started to like become real important to me, you know what I'm saying? And when I began to kind of master being a whole person, that's when, that stuff started to just kind of come naturally, and I was able to sell this car to this person without nobody being around.
Just having that covenant as a man to not be able to go to your dad after he already told you once, okay, now I got it.
Exactly.
This is me moving forward.
This is me. You feel what I'm saying? Because I had a few situations that got real gangster, and, I like, Pops, bro, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And he was there by my side to help me politic things the right way. And when I learned how, again, like, deals in the street, right? I'm like, you do something, you sell a car, you sell some rims and stuff like that. The same type of elements and things, they apply in these Fortune 500 rooms.
Yeah.
Like the same type of mannerisms, the same understanding about market variables and what makes things right, trying to deal squarely with people. All that stuff translates. And what I began to notice is the things that I seen on this side really were the same things over here, just a different language.
Right.
And so when I learned how to speak a certain language and move a certain way, I was able to be extremely successful over here. I just took the things that I kind of learned in the streets over here.
And it's crazy. It's kind of backwards that you learn that way, but it really prepares you for like, okay, when I do get to this, I'm already built for it.
You feel it?
I'm already built for it.
The same thing, because I ain't got no degree. You know what I'm saying? I dropped out of college. And, you know what I'm saying? That's a crazy story, too. But I didn't get no degree, and I ended up, I make more. So, look, it was this teacher, right? I forget this nigga name. He's a white dude.
Wait. Not to cut you off.
Yes, sir.
But going back to the deal.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, your first deal that you made with the Rams, right?
Yes.
Did that deal go successfully?
Oh, no. No, it didn't. It didn't. Because the dude who wanted to buy the rims he didn't do what he said he was going to do. So I had to stand on my square and be like, it's done. Like, it's over with. You had your chance.
Oh.
And I had to tell an older person who, you know, was around the town, you know what I'm saying, outside, gold teeth, gold chains, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That type of individual had to stand in front of him and be like, no, nigga. And look him in his eyes and not blink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I was able to do that, it was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you felt that
Right,
power.
right.
Yeah, like, yeah, you know, I'm here now. What's up? And that was it.
So that experience alone, and, you know, from that first experience, you knew then that it would be other things I got to stand on more when it comes to this business, because it's like, it's going to be people that's going to do good business, and it's going to be shady people that going to try to get over on you just because you're younger. Right. They feel like you don't know what you're doing. Right. They can handle you a certain way. Right. So that development in that area of a man is like understanding that I have to be a man to survive and to do anything. Right.
Exactly. I think that, and see, me personally, bro, thank you, Lord. I pride myself on just trying to do good business with people. So it's like literally, I can count on one finger a deal that went bad on my side of the deal.
Right.
And the reason I can count one, because it was a catastrophic situation. Like, people almost died. Like, it was a real wartime type of thing. And that experience taught me the value of just covering all your bases, being on your P's and Q's when you're dealing with people. Because you don't know what another person's thinking about in their mind. You don't know who they got to feed.
Yeah.
You don't know. They could be crazy on the low. You know what I'm saying? They could be shiesty in themselves. So you have to think about all that things when you're doing anything with anybody. And that's why, like, I've always learned to just kind of treat people how I want to be treated, whether it's business or not. Whether, you know, I'm just walking past you in the grocery store. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day.
Right.
You know, having that type of spirit about you makes a lot of things easy.
Oh, much easier.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that even though that deal didn't go in necessarily my favor, it wasn't a loss. It just it was a test for me to say, would I stand on this like my daddy gave me the game to, or would I be like, man, it's all right, bro. We'll meet up another time and you can get these rims, you know, boom, 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 boom. And, you know, I did what my daddy told me to, and say, hey, you missed it, bro. I'm sorry, it's gone.
So,
you know.
What were some of the traits that you learned from that one situation that carried you on down your journey to where you at now?
Standing on your square, like 100%. And see, I knew about standing on my square way before this. You know what I'm saying? I was 12 years old and kind of got introduced to some, you know what I'm saying, gang culture activity stuff. And, you know what I'm saying, learn how to stand on my square then. But there's a difference between when you 9, 10, 11, 12 years old and when you 17.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a young adult now.
Yeah, so you know, so it's a different feeling. And then when you know, a young man, that type of stuff tends to matter more.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People starting to look at you and judge you off of that.
Exactly. And so now, you know, I got my daddy, who obviously I look up to, and all the, you know, the way we grew up, all of my daddy's friends was kind of like my uncles, on top of my actual uncles.
Right.
So it was like, you know, Uncle Ken, that's really not my uncle, but that's Uncle Ken.
Yeah,
you know
been around since I was a jit. So.
You see what I'm saying? Exactly. And so it's just all these kind of larger than life figures in my life that I looked at. I was like, man, I don't want to be the weak nigga that came up getting slapped around and shit. So it was like, you know,
just looking at where you come from, like, I can't be like this.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I got to be a good nigga. I can't be shiesty. I can't be this. I can't be that, because I don't want nobody to be walking around telling my daddy your son is a you know what I'm saying?
Your representation.
Yeah, he throw. You know, you can't do right with him. You know what I'm saying? And so, so that kind of made me have a really sense of pride in just my reputation. Made me have some pride about just being who I say I'm gonna be. Trying to control as much as I can around me. You know, choosing who to fool with, who not to fool with. Watching my surroundings, having really, really great observational skills.
Oh yeah.
All of those things, all of those traits was like, you know, carried me into kind of where I am now.
Okay. So you say you dibble and dabble a little bit towards like the streets, right?
For sure.
Okay. Now, what I want to know is like, how did you get into that?
Growing up in the what they call the inner city in Birmingham, you know what I'm saying? Just being around it. I never really had a situation where it was like, man, something's pushing me to the streets. I have to do it. No, it was almost like a way of life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And because of the type of people that I was meeting in the streets and being around and stuff, and the reputation that I kind of had garnered just from being affiliated with certain people, folks trusted me. And I found my way to do certain things like, you know, I can make this happen just based on my word, and people trust me, so I can do this. And when people saw that, okay, you know, this is a good dude, it kind of became like a passport for me to where I was like, okay, you know.
You good anywhere with anything.
Yeah,
so people utilize you as a tool. Like, this is a good dude. I could get this done with him to. Yeah. So it kind of, now you kind of molding into something all the way different from where you was going.
Not necessarily, because I don't want to paint the wrong picture. I was always going towards being a businessman, but there was a different element of the business that I had kind of been exposed to. And because of that exposure, I tried some things. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But never like, you know what I'm saying? I done been to jail before and different type of stuff like that. But I ain't never been in jail for something that I've done. You see what I'm saying?
It's just the experience of just going through different things.
Exactly.
And being around the wrong people, wrong time.
Yeah,
I got
exactly. Just like that, you know, not like never been a really super gangster tough guy. You know what I'm saying? I got jumped in the gang. All that type of stuff. But I never was like an NBA YoungBoy type of person.
Gotcha.
I always had morals and values because that's the way I was raised. But because I grew up in the environment that I grew up in, I took part in certain things.
It'd be like that, you know what I'm saying, just growing up. You don't intend to, like, they ain't your intentions, but it's just, like, out of curiosity. This is what I'm around every day, so, you know, I want to see what it feel like over here. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now, to a certain extent, you don't feel like it was essential for you to have certain experiences, for you to have certain understanding with certain people?
I love that question. Do I feel like it was essential? Lord, I got kids now. So it's like, when I look at their lives, I don't think it's essential for my son to have to run from the police. You know what I'm saying? To get a certain experience.
But do you feel like it was essential for you to have that experience, to have the understanding, though? Because, okay, so I look at it as if you didn't go down certain paths or intertwine with certain people or certain experiences, you wouldn't truly understand it.
Right.
Truly, like, that's not the path you was on, or you never wanted to encounter those experiences. But again, you have more relatability to people in those scenarios.
Okay, I see. So she get down. I see how she plays. She's really articulate. So yes, I believe that going back to, I don't think nothing happens for no reason.
Right.
So I definitely feel like the stuff that I've been through has played a part in the way that I understand the world and the way that I, treat people and everything. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't change it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't take nothing back. But when I look at my kids, I thank God that those parts of my life will really never be that. They're parts of their life.
Facts.
Like, my son ain't gonna never have to run from the police. He gonna never have to, you know what I'm saying, 3-on-1 get jumped. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He gonna never have to do stuff like that. Just because he's not gonna be faced with the same type of things that I was faced with.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But then it's more challenging too now, because of the internet with their generation.
You see what I'm
saying? So it's a different kind of battle.
Exactly.
Versus like how we came up. Well, you're a lot older than me, so but like it's different now. Like the generation change each year.
Yeah.
But before I get into fatherhood, I want to get into, like, you say you dropped out of college.
Yes, sir.
So how did that happen? And what? Like, I want to know, like, because I want to know because growing up, it seemed like you were just rambling through different experiences.
Yeah.
And it seemed like
finding yourself. That's what it was.
That.
My nigga.
But like going through that, it was just different things that you was grasping as you go and taking this to the next level with you. So you really was growing from these experiences. Right. That's why I want to ask, like, how did you end up dropping out of college? Because it seemed like you was on a path towards something higher. Even though you at the height and you at now, I know, like, that college experience led to something, or could have led to something much bigger.
Right. So, and see, my college kind of stories are a little different, but they fire though. So look. I had a stats teacher, and this is like the initial me dropping out of college. So I had an academic scholarship, and I had a statistics teacher. And with an academic scholarship, you got to keep your GPA up above a certain thing, right? Mm-hmm. So my GPA was always up above a certain thing, but I had made a C on a really big test in his class, and that test was apparently worth a whole lot on my grade or whatever. I feel like he was capping, but you feel what I'm saying? That's what he was saying. It was worth a lot, and so he kind of was hip to how I was getting down, right? Because look, I tell you, I always been a hustler. So nigga, look, check me out, cause this is so cold. I can't wait to get y'all this game. So I was selling my cars, in college, right? And I had academic scholarship and I had financial aid. But what I was doing was, back then, they wasn't giving you no direct deposit. They was giving you them checks for the financial aid. Mm-hmm. So I was taking those checks to the bank, cashing them checks, going to the auction, buying cars, flipping my cars, and stacking my money. And I wasn't buying no books at all. No books. Let me tell you why. Because nigga was a little handsome. So I was talking to the girls in my class and getting them to let me use their books. You was keeping it player, like, hey. And look, and this is what I was doing. I would take their books to the library and Xerox their pages that we supposed to study for the subjects and get them their books back. And I got a little book that I done made from their stuff. So I had the whole game working, cuz. And he caught wind of what I was doing, because what it was is, that teacher was writing the book for the class. So you had to buy his book for his course, and he would get that money. I wasn't buying his book.
So he wondering, like, how you getting this information?
Yeah. How you keep passing, yeah.
So he caught on what I was doing, and that nigga started hating, bro. He would call me out in class, bro, like in front of everybody. He would be picking on me. And so it was one of my partners named Sonny Nguyen. He's a Vietnamese partner. Im Chai, I know he's listening. And so he would be like, dang, bro, Mr. So-and-so, man, why is he messing with you like that? You know what I'm saying? And so after I had made that C on that test, right, he called me into his office. And I'm like, man, what this nigga want, cuz? Like,
you already know it's some bull.
Yeah, it's some bull jump. Because, look, now, mind you, right, I got good grades in all, like, I'm taking calculus. I got good grades in all my other classes. But I just made a C on his test. So I'm like, dang, bro. And so I go in there and talk to him, and he telling me that he didn't peep game. I know you got your stuff, and you selling your cars and everything. This is what he said to me. He said, man, if you're so smart and you got your business already going, why don't you just drop out of school and focus on the business? Why are you here? That's what he said to me. And when he said that, I was like, you know what? You're right.
But really, he was trying to teach you something.
No. He was being an a-hole.
Yeah, he was. He was manipulating the situation.
Very much.
Because you was balancing it, but it's just like, okay, like, if you so smart and you already, like, making money while you in school trying to make more money when what you're doing is making money.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so when he said that, I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. That was my last day of school. Like, I never went back after that meeting.
And he tricked you.
Yeah,
But it benefited in a way.
Yeah.
Because you still utilize what you already have learned from that experience.
Right.
And you did something more incredible than you ever would have thought.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Wrong messenger, right message. Just let my partner say. Yeah. And so, and it's so crazy how it went down because he tells me, you know, that, and I dropped out to kind of spite his whole rhetoric. And when I look back on it, I had like 2 months to get my degree. So I left school.
Like you knocking on the door.
I was at the end. So
he finessed.
But he knew you would be that ignorant to do that. When you had the potential and the mindset to complete that and prove him wrong, you proved him right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't even think he probably felt that I was ignorant and everything. He probably
he knew you would make an ignorant decision like that if he implied it.
Maybe. I know because what it was is, and this is the way I see it, bro. I think he was just saying some junk to bother me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think he was just trying to be antagonistic. Just say, man, if you're so smart, why don't you just focus on your business?
But he's seeing your potential and how you critique the way of cheating your way through.
But that was saying, see, look, in low key, like you call it cheating, but
it was creative. Them
folks been doing that since the beginning of time.
I mean, it wasn't cheating because you was still doing your own work.
But it wasn't like that you was failing yourself.
Exactly. You know
you feel me? He was more so mad at the way that you figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
Without him getting your money.
Right. Exactly. He was mad that I went buying his books. Yeah. He was mad that he wasn't getting paid off me.
Right.
And I was like, and I'm telling you, like, so that's how like I started literally building up my money. But I never forget. And see, my daddy, he always had money. My daddy pulled me on the porch one day, and he was like, "So yeah, your mama told me you just got $2,300. Like, how you do that, boy? How you do that?" He said, "Put me on, man." Then my daddy come in, and I was like, "You know, daddy, hey, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I got the sauce right now."
That way. And so, like that time in my life was just so awesome to me because I was coming out of a real tough situation. Because I had numerous scholarships coming out of high school because I was a wrestler in high school. You know, I was like really good, top 8 in the state of Alabama in my weight class all throughout high school, and then top 4 in the state when I got into you feel me? I went to Centerpoint High School. I went when it was Irwin at first, and then when they changed to Centerpoint, I graduated from Centerpoint in 2013. And so, yeah. Well, what's up?
How old you is? If you don't mind me asking, I'm so sorry.
No, you good. I just turned 30.
And you said a little older than you. That being
basically
the same age.
I ain't know he was that close to my age. I think he like more your age. You know, she about to turn 40 tomorrow.
Oh no, for real?
I'm just talking.
No, he's so lying.
That black don't crack though.
I will be 33 tomorrow.
I was just talking.
So I was like 40.
Well, nah though. So look, right when you did drop out of high school, right?
Yeah, no, he dropped.
I mean, not high school, college. My bad.
Straight.
What was your you thinking at that time? Like, what was your whole move? Like, what your mind was set on? Like,
honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't have one. I just was like, bump this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You just wanted to just like get your get back with him.
Yeah, and my get back was leaving, which was crazy. But it was that's what it was. It was like, nigga, you think I'm gonna fail? You know what I'm saying? Like so you know what I'm like, man. My last day you ain't gonna see me no more. You know, and that was it. And I didn't have a plan. Really didn't have a move. You know what I'm saying? I was still living with my mom's. So I, go to mom's house and trying to figure out life. You know, I had a little money on me, you know what I'm saying, from stacking the bread. But, so there, I realize this now, right? And partner, he'll be able to attest to this. There's a difference from single nigga money and married man money. Like family paying bills every day. That type of money and single nigga money is different. I had enough money to, take girls to the hotel room and go to the club and pop a few bottles and drive around all night just to show my car.
You got to break that down, though, because, like, I ain't got to that point yet, but there's a lot of people need to understand that, though. Like, there's a big difference.
But it's in reference that when you single, when you got single money, you basically got more money to spend. You can spend it how you want. When you got husband and wife money, spousal money, you gotta be more responsible. There's certain things you can't do without going through the missus first or talking to your husband first. Like you can't move freely anymore. It's that.
So that's dope too. There's another part, like bro say, that's that copay money, that married money. So what I'm saying is when that single nigga money, it's open money. You know what I'm saying? I got money to buy me some shoes. I got no money to buy me clothes. But when that married man money, a lot of that money is already claimed before you even make it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like you make a band. That band is already it's already gone.
It's already allotted.
You gotta work on the next two bands.
You gotta work on it. You see what I'm saying? It's already claimed. And when I started to notice that, I was like, damn, I thought I had bread. You know, I'm jugging and doing my little thing.
That kind of exposure, like I ain't really getting enough for real.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't really got it. And that's when I really started to feel the weight of that stuff. Like, man, I had my first baby, and you know what I'm saying? And it was like stuff started to get real hard, and that's when I really felt the pressure to like kind of turn back to the streets and food with the pills and different stuff like that. And it was
went back to survival mode.
Yeah, you know. And then I had thought, and I was like, man, no, this is really what happened. So right before I had cracked, bro, right before I cracked and just did something stupid, because I was already kind of doing something stupid, but before I did something really, really stupid, I had talked to God, bro. And I realized that I was like, man, the Lord has always been my source. Not just my source. He's always been it for me, bro. He's always been that thing that just made me me. And so I had talked to him, and I was like, man, I'm trying, bro. And I said, I'm going to just let you have it, bro. Like, I'm going to just let you have it. Whatever happens, happens. I'm going to just let you have it, bro, you know, because, you know, but I feel like by people, us having such a high IQ and being so industrious, we always trying to figure out a way. We always trying to figure out a way. And so I was trying to make things happen. And I realized that I was forcing myself into just craziness. Like I was driving myself
trying to do too much to get this stuff done.
You see what I'm saying? And you know, and I started to bleed that junk all in my songs that I was writing, just talking about
manifesting some shit that you don't even really need to be.
Yeah, bro. Not even manifesting this, not even manifesting, but just talking about it, like, you know what I'm saying?
It became like your diary.
Yeah, you know? And then when I started to listen to the songs that I was making and everything, I was like, yeah, this is some real raw pain. And a lot of that pain came from me not trusting God, not trusting that he was who he said he was in a sense. And so when I got to the point, I was like, all right, Lord, it's on you, cuz. The ball is in your hands, you know? And he showed out. Like, I started to make more bread than I was making fooling with the other stuff. You see what I'm saying? And it began to kind of show itself to be true. Like, okay, well, I can trust the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He, like, and there's some things, bro, for me, because I've kind of been with the Lord and the experiences that I've had, it's not like a belief no more.
There's a no.
Yeah, it's a no. There's things that are just true for me now. Like there's nothing that's impossible to those that believe, and to those that believe all things are possible. That's not something that I believe. That's just something that's just true. Yeah, I know. But I can walk outside and do whatever I want to do. There's nothing that's impossible to me. And walking like that now, it because I went through those experiences, I never forget, bro. I'm going to share this with y'all, bro. And this was like one of the lowest points in my life, bro. So my baby. Whoo! And this was like around the time, matter of fact, I ain't going to get into that portion because that's about the TV show.
Yeah.
But I was, me and my old lady was laying in the bed. And we just, you know, you wake up in the morning, the sun shining through the blinds, and the rays kind of in the, you know what I'm saying? But we was in this little one-bedroom apartment in Devonshire. It was called Devonshire back then. And my baby, she was in the room with us. She gets out the bed to go brush her teeth. She goes to the sink to turn the water on to brush her teeth, and the water comes out. When she did that, my heart dropped to the floor, bro. And so now I'm in this house with my old lady, my baby, and the water's off. And I never felt so kind of just crushed, So kind of just low as a man, you know what I'm saying? Because here I am, I'm the nigga that's standing on this square. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I had put my old lady through a test. We had first got together. I asked her to borrow some money just to see if she'll let me get it.
Right.
So she let me borrow the bread, and I gave her back $2,000. Just here you go, boo. Do what you do. I gave you that. I asked you for that money just to see if you would be down with me, and I gave you way more than what you gave me.
Right.
And so now here I am. That's the person that you living with. The water's off in the house.
Right.
And so it was almost demoralizing, bro, because it's like, am I really that nigga? Why is the water off? Like,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so all of that was like, man, nigga, you better go holler at the plug.
I gotta make some shake.
Gotta make some shake. And then in that moment, it was like, me and God was having a conversation. Like, once I got away from around them, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the car just driving, and I'm like, man, what am I to do, And that's when I was like, you know what, Lord, let me stop being retarded. Let me just, you said I can trust you, so let me see let me see if I really can do that. And I went in all the way with him, and he showed up and showed out. That don't mean I ain't never made a stupid decision after that.
Right, most definitely.
But what I'm saying is that he proved himself to be who he said he was. He proved that he was solid.
Now it's on you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's when a different type of standing on your square came. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, but going back to just the original talk, I think that all of those experiences shaped my worldview into building business, into like you said, fatherhood, my plan coming out of, quitting college and everything like that. Because, see, when I quit college, bro, I went to learn how to read contracts for, like, business management and stuff because I knew, but when I had went on the X Factor, nigga, it was like a booklet like this thick that you had to, like, of papers you had to sign. My mama would not let me sign the papers and go on the X Factor until I read all of it at 17. And so I'm down here reading this thick piece of paper, this booklet for days because I really wanted to do the X Factor. And so I read it, understood it a little bit, signed the papers, did the X Factor. Then when I got my opportunity to go to college, I was like, man, let me learn how to read these contracts for real. And so I learned how to read contracts my second semester in college. Second semester.
Yeah, you was that dedicated to understanding this stuff.
All that, but also that was the way the courses flowed. So it was like I didn't have to go to school all of the years to learn what I needed to go for. Yeah. So once I passed that contract class, I really didn't feel the need to continue to be in school. But I stayed in school because a nigga was still getting the bread to flip the cars. A nigga still had the college scholarship. It was still beneficial.
So you was gaining so much in that little point of time.
Yes, sir.
Just to develop where you at now.
Exactly.
In every little skill, every little tech that you use, you still using it. Well, it carried on.
Yes.
To benefit to something bigger.
Yes.
Which was the end goal of everything.
Exactly. 1,000%. 1,000%.
So like when you was rapping and you were expressing, these dark times in your life, all this pain, do you feel like once you talked to God, that was your solution after writing about all this? Like, you're writing about everything you're going to, but once you talk to God, you understand I'm only writing, doing all of this, writing this and making this music because I'm neglecting the fact to acknowledge you in a way where, okay, now if I just leave it to you, this pain won't be on me like this.
No, not exactly. Not exactly. Because what I realized in writing the songs that I was writing and doing the music I was doing, it was really therapeutic for me. I was having some real spiritual experiences writing these songs. You know what I'm saying? God was in there while we making these songs. And what those songs began to do was reveal to me things that I needed to focus on more. So as I'm writing these songs, they were ministering back to me. And it was saying like, yeah, you can really trust God about this? Or why you say that? What was that really about? Oh, you really feel like that in yourself. Like you really feel like ain't nobody really love you for real. You know what I'm saying? I never forget there. Wait, I'm gonna pause because I'm getting too deep now. But like there were some things that I was expressing in this music that it was almost like God was the therapist for me. Thanks. And then I started to just get deeper and deeper and deeper and realizing, dang, I had never took this to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was over it. I thought I was over some things. But now that I'm an adult, and see, there's a difference between trusting God as a kid, because you in your mama house and you got, you know, your water paid for and your bills paid for, you ain't worried about nothing, and trusting God as an adult. Facts. And then at that time, it's like, if he don't do it, it ain't gonna get done at all. Listen.
Right.
And so, see, trusting him as a kid is like mom and daddy still got it.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Well, trust him as an adult. If I ain't got it, I gotta leave it to him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, God, you gonna have to do it, because if you don't do it, we gonna be back on the block.
So I gotta give.
You see what I'm saying? And so the solution, I think, was just staying close to the Lord, because the pain didn't always subside. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There was days that I carried pain for a long time. And I think he showed me how to, like, he was developing me through the pain, through the carrying of this stuff that I was dealing with from my childhood, from, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was molested as a child, bro, when I was 9 years old. And the junk scarred me so crazy, bro. I ain't tell my mama until I was 21. And so it was like, you know, that experience and stuff, just all those things I was kind of carrying them and forming myself through it all. And God was like, you know, we ain't gonna forget these things. We ain't gonna act like these things didn't happen.
Yeah. Gonna use them.
We gonna use them. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it was. It's like everything that was happening, we was using it. Everything that was happening, we was using it. What the enemy meant for bad, God used it for good in my life. And it happened like literally just like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of trauma, man, just going through like experiences like that, and then on top of like other life experiences and pain that you really don't have control over. Because a lot of stuff we went through, we didn't have control of. And then once we grow to become an adult and we see like we need to talk about this in order to be able to live life freely, we need to get through some stuff.
You see what I'm saying? And in the thing too is like the music and stuff became very therapeutic to me, because when you a kid, bro, especially, I don't know about white folks and Mexican folks, but with black families, there are some things you can't talk about as a child.
Oh yeah.
Because
they're not gonna believe you, they're gonna judge you, they're gonna criticize you.
What happens in this house, stay in this house. Yeah. You don't want to talk about something because now this person gonna be mad at this person and all that stuff like that. So, and then on top of that, you know, the way that it happened with me, the person was really good at kind of making me feel like I was gonna get in trouble if I said something about it. And so it was like I just kept it in, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even realize what had happened to me until I got older. Like
you didn't even understand.
I didn't even understand that. Dang, you actually got molested. Like that is what happened to you. Like it wasn't just like, you know, folk came in there and y'all did what y'all did. Like, no, you got taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And so once that clicked on me, the weight of that jump really started to be like, oh, snap.
It's heavy.
You see what I'm saying? And then that heaviness, I started to wade myself through. And then niggas be kind of so desensitized that it be heavy, but you just kind of start to ignore the heaviness. You know what I'm saying? And just walk through life. And then, you know, blessed be God, you know, he sit a nigga down and just force you to look at it. Because you looking at this and you dealing with this is going to birth in you the thing that he created you to be. And so in him kind of making me sit down and look at some things, I started to shape out all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because going back to even my daddy telling me to stand on my square with this dude, I didn't realize that the reason it was hard for me to stand on my square against bruh is because what happened to me when I was 9. And then I hadn't even told nobody what happened to me when I was 9, when he telling me to stand on my square against this man. And so it was just like, you know, it was a lot of things that I started to unpack. Mm-hmm. And when I began to unpack all that stuff, it was like, oh, okay, I understand. I can go forward. Okay, now I understand this a little bit. I can go forward. And then started to build and build and build and get the confidence, get the faith in the Lord, faith in myself, and started to kick shit over.
Yeah, like felt free. Now
you know.
All this is out now.
Yeah, free.
Like,
just
there's
like,
no more holding it in. I can just comfortably walk in my own skin as a man.
As a man.
Because without letting that, like, getting that out of your system, bro, it's hard to really find your identity. Yeah. Because you still holding on.
Yeah. And you low key hiding.
Yeah, like, yeah.
And then you hiding it, but you don't even know what you hiding. Exactly. Like you just, you know what I'm saying? I never forget one of the biggest thoughts I had around that time is if my mama knew and my daddy and them knew, what would they say about me?
I just about to say that a lot of it be self-blame. Like, you beat yourself up and blame yourself for a lot of stuff. And as you get older and you realize it was wrong, you question yourself to realize, like, if you was wrong for not saying nothing. Like, what made you not say nothing? So it'd
be a lot. It'd be a lot.
And, it'd be a lot.
You know, I think, man, the Holy Spirit helped me he's still helping me deal with that junk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because now here I am grown, got kids, and I think about that junk all the time. Like, truth be told, it's a reason why, like, my mama and my old lady mama, probably the only people, and my couple of my aunties and my cousin can really be the ones to watch my kids. And then you can ask my mama to this day. You can call her right now. I send my kids to my house. I get on the phone with my mama, say, "Hey, mom, you better watch my kids, bro." like I tell my mom that, you know, make sure you take care of my kids, man.
That's important. I think a lot of parents lack that. Yeah. Now they just so freely to just, you know, have their kids with trusted people that they feel like they can trust. And then that's how situations happen.
Exactly. And you know, that's how I kind of went down with myself, is that, you know, I was around a family, you know, situation, and it was a trusted situation, and junk happened. And then what I didn't know, though, and this is the stuff that we be covering up. What happened to me was a generational curse that was going through my family. Like, the generation before me, people dealt with it. The generation before them, people dealt with it. And it was something that niggas just swept up under the rug and didn't talk about. Yep. And so now, here it is, big grandma and them, Big Betty and them, all them knew that this person had did something to somebody 50 years ago and didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so now that junk then kind of carried through the family tree, and here I am. I'm not like being trill. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just kind of saying how stuff happens.
True.
And now here it is. Thank God you're faced to either hide from the truth or deal with that break that generational curse. And so, you know what I'm saying? I had got the courage to stand up against that generational curse and say, "Hey, we finna have a family meeting, cuz, and we gonna keep it a buck. This happened to this person. This person did this. We was all doing this. The next generation after us, it can't happen no more.
Oh, nah.
It can't happen no more. And we ain't finna sit right here and act like some BS didn't happen."
Exactly.
And so with that type of, but look, it took God forcing me to look at that junk. Had me crying sometimes. All this, all that. I got my own kids now. Looking in the mirror, is you gonna stand in your square? You gonna have to look at yourself in the face and say, you had the chance to say something and you didn't.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And I couldn't, standing on my square, I couldn't be the one who didn't say nothing.
Yeah, you weren't gonna be able to live with yourself knowing, like,
And then understanding that, like, this is a generational curse that I can stop.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, I can literally stop it right here.
Right here. And then and the beauty of it is when niggas like step into the thing that God have for them, bro, you will encourage the other people around you to step in their stuff too.
Yep.
And then
you get encouraged.
You see what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, I'm stepping in this, I'm doing this. Next thing you know, you see your cousin stepping in their stuff. And then you see your other cousin stepping in their stuff.
Yeah.
And then now you got your aunties and everybody like, okay, yeah, you know.
And now accountability is finally being held.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And then what it is and this is the thing that's kind of broken black people, bro, is that we've forgotten how to be a people. And so now when we breaking these generational curses, you literally start to see your family become a family.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Because a lot of that stuff was abnormal.
You see what I'm saying?
It was abnormal that we thought was normal.
Yes,
we didn't
bro.
understand until we like become an adult and see like this was not right.
This was not right.
Like this ain't it.
The way cousin Butte was getting beat down, that was not right. Yes, he supposed to get whoopings.
Yeah.
But you came and clucked cuz over the head. He bleeds. That was not okay.
That was a beating, not a whooping.
That was too far.
You see what I'm saying? And but if he watching that cuz, boy, he probably I love you, cuz. On my mama, I do. Yeah. And wondering why we be throwed off, man.
Yeah.
Wondering why. But
trauma.
Yes.
Trauma.
That's the exact word. Exact word.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't got off topic, man. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you good.
Every
man.
topic is a good topic on good folks.
And listen, man, I salute you, bro, for having that strength and ability to be able to share that on this platform.
Oh yeah.
With us, because that ain't easy to talk about.
And I said also to piggyback off of that, share it, period, as a black man.
Oh yeah.
It's not
Absolutely.
spoke about enough. Enough men don't have the courage because of judgment and things like that. And I do salute you for opening that door that of comfortability for other generations and other black men to know like you could still be a man and it's not your fault that it happened to you.
For sure, man. And I thank God, you know, I give him all the glory and all the praise because he has literally been the one that helped me step into just that freedom. You know, for freedom, Christ has set us free. And I think that in all of those things, everything that I went through, it was him kind of hitting me on the shoulder, say, "Hey, yeah, bro, you know, dust that shit off, keep going."
Right.
Yeah. Now that you see this, what you gonna do? Now that you see this, what you gonna do? And learning just kind of how to step in that and keep going. I encourage every black man, bro, to just keep it real with yourself and find God, nigga.
For sure,
bro. I can't wait till we continue talking because
yeah. We go ahead.
I ain't keeping y'all too long.
Oh no, you good.
We're gonna get there, but the last thing I would say is I do also feel like that was essential for you too.
Yes.
You are very spiritual, and I like it. So I feel like God took you through a lot of things for it to be essential in your life so you can have the impact and the relatability to different crowds of people, especially black men, but different crowds of relatability so you can touch different people. Sure. You can tune in with the different people because you can relate to it.
Yes, man.
I get that.
Yes, man.
So we're going to shift gears just a little bit. We want to get into filming.
Yeah,
right?
You know.
So you started off as a rapper, right? But you also was shooting videos, right?
Yes, sir.
So walk through us how you shot your first video and like what painted that image or that visual to you for you to do that.
Okay.
Because you could have easily just paid somebody else to shoot your video,
right.
Like you doing a production?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So boom. I definitely did pay someone to shoot my video. Someone who understands how to use the camera technically, but I wrote the treatment. You know, I wrote out the music video plan. I wrote out what I wanted the music video to be. I wanted, like, Pretty, you gonna sit right here in the music video, and Trey, you gonna sit right here in the music video, and I'm gonna rap, and then while I'm rapping, y'all both just gonna look at the camera. Like I wrote out all that stuff. But I partnered with people who knew how to use the cameras.
So you just needed a cameraman as you directing, just do your thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And then and from doing that, I picked up the technical stuff and began to forge really, really good relationships. And like my very first music video, the one that was like a narrative type story, I was talking about, it was like a coming of age tale. It's actually on YouTube right now. It's probably got like 50,000 views on it, maybe. I was talking about how me and my grandmama we love watching karate movies together. Like she put me on Ip Man, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, all of the karate movies. Right? We used to watch them because we lived in a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom duplex in Eastlake. Me, my grandmama, my daddy, and my mama. You know, when he was 14, and growing up, and my Uncle Lenny too. He loved karate movies and stuff. So we all watched karate movies, and I remember as a child I used to love watching them. But I started to notice that on these karate movies, nobody looked like me. All these karate movies, people was either white, Chinese. They might have had one nigga in the background, maybe.
He was barely getting seen.
Barely getting seen. And that junk really bothered me deeply. Like as a child, I found myself wanting to be white because the thing that I wanted to do, nobody looked like me doing.
Gotcha.
And it was just like a thing that I felt really deeply. Like, and I started to devalue all the stuff I had. Like I remember I had a Pikachu Game Boy, and I ain't even want the Game Boy no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it just really messed me up. And so that song was about that. So I remembered just that feeling, and I just like got a couple of kids from the neighborhood, all that stuff like that, and casted them in the music video and was like, okay, you're going to play me as a child. You're going to be right here playing the game, and then you're going to be like emulating, doing the, karate moves and stuff like that, and the camera's going to be panning around you and all that type of stuff, and doing a moving pan shot, a tracking shot, all that type of stuff. And so I'm just putting the pieces together to tell the story. That was like my first narrative music video. And then from there, I began to just learn more about how to do productions, how to do music videos, and how to do that type of thing. And what got me, kind of shifted me into the TV space was I did a music video for a song that was a really great music video. We put it out and went damn near viral. Like we got like 100,000 views like that. And I made a little bit of bread off that music video and took that money and reinvested it into the idea. And because my partners were like, man, this really could be something. And so I sat down and I was like, you know what, let me see. So I wrote a script, and then I wrote another script, and then I wrote another script, and it just turned into, what it was. And then I put the word out to some of my partners because I had been rapping for so long that I had developed just really good relationships. So I was like rapping in Louisiana, I was rapping in Mississippi, rapping in Florida, rapping in Georgia, and just kind of developed partnerships with just so many different types of people, not in just the rap industry world, but all types of businesses. Like I was partnering with nonprofits that were in Oakland, all that type of stuff. And I had a partner named Mark in Boston. He was the one who kind of like saw what I was doing and helped me, him and his company helped me get it to the people in Amazon Prime. Because he was like, man, they was like, her and Shelly Silver and them was like, this is dope. We're going to pitch it to the folks. Don't be sad if you don't get picked up because, it takes people years to get picked up sometimes. Nigga. Like a month after we sent, not even a month, weeks after we sent them everything we sent them, we got picked up on Amazon Prime.
I know this.
Wait for it. Slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
So, when you mean y'all got picked up by Amazon Prime, right? We going into the series at this point.
Yes.
So, okay, now you shot the video, right?
Uh-huh.
Boom. All right. Then you got to writing scripts of the video.
Yes.
So as you writing scripts, you then wrote the series. Is like how did you? Okay, as you writing, how did you get towards writing that many scripts to develop a series?
I just kept writing.
You just kept writing.
Yeah, I just kept writing because so everything on the TV show is based off of real things. I got the inspiration from the music video that I had wrote because the TV show was based off of that kind of music video, And I just redeveloped that idea into a whole entire
Oh,
narrative.
so you kind of pivoted off of the music video.
Yeah, and really fleshed it out and made it a real story. Started to get into the details.
Oh, okay.
So the video would be like the short story.
Yes,
pretty much.
Okay. Exactly.
The trailer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. What would these people say? How would they dress? Who are these characters that you're talking about? Who would this character represent? And then in my life, even in my music, I've always wanted to talk about real things because real stuff just hit.
Yeah.
Than just making up some shit.
Right.
And so I was like, you know what? We're gonna everything's gonna be real. Everything's gonna be based off something. And so I just started to go through my life, go through things I done seen, write them down. Wrote this story. I've always had a real knack for storytelling. Because, all of my music has, been storytelling songs. Like if you look through my catalog and stuff on YouTube, you'll see all the songs are telling stories. And that's always kind of been the thing that I do. And so I just kind of took that story writing skill and moved it to writing scripts. Learned how to write the script. Not the most professional script writing, but just script writing. And started, and again, my partners who be fooling with the cameras, I showed them what I got going on. It was like, okay, this is actually pretty dope. Let's refine it. And so I was like, okay, boom, okay, we're gonna refine it, we're gonna get it looking right. And then once we got 1 or 2 solid scripts, we was like, all right, let's shoot something. Got my partners to, get with me, started choosing the cast. I ain't gonna go there yet because I know you're gonna ask the question, but we had some really cool people in our cast. And started to shoot. We shot like almost a whole season and sent it to my partner, and he sent it to his folks, and we was on Amazon Prime. And that's basically how it happened.
So
without too many details.
Yeah. So like let everybody know like what's the name of the show.
Okay, for sure. So the name of the TV show is called 5 Lil Penguins. The number 5, Lil Penguins. It's on Amazon Prime, and we just got licensed on 6 other stations. So once we put out this whole season, it should pop up on Tubi, Future Today, OTT Studio, Cineverse, Stash TV, and some other ones, I think. But we had the situation we got is a non-exclusive deal, so we could pop up everywhere. So like, let's just say we got these what's names right now, but if Hulu say they want to fool it, it can pop up on Hulu too.
True.
Yeah.
So just walk us through like
appreciate it.
Oh yeah, that's big. So just walk us through like the production of the filming, yes, right? And let people know like where is this based out? Like where you doing the filming at, and how did you find these different cast members, and how did you hand pick them?
Yeah, bro, I prayed a lot, and the Lord, like, it was so much stuff going on in my family, man, and the Lord kind of helped me do this. So, the TV show is based out of Birmingham, based out of the east side of Birmingham, but really all over Birmingham, everything that concerns Birmingham. And if you you a real nigga, you know that Birmingham is tied into a lot of different places. So a lot of stuff in the streets that happen in Birmingham, something in California right now is happening because of something that's happening in Birmingham. You see what I'm saying? And so it's because it be connectivities.
Right.
And so so when I was writing the script, I'm remembering, okay, I remember when this went down, the pack came from this place, and this person brought it from here. And so let me be like, okay, let's show the world how Birmingham is really connected to all this stuff. Like, and not all this stuff, just how so much of this place, this world that we live in is influenced by Birmingham, whether it be on the negative spectrum or the positive spectrum, whether it be civil rights, influences, or some street stuff.
The stuff they overlook.
You
or they might not be knowledgeable of.
Exactly. And so, so that was the thought, that was the mind process. And I had, like, in my mind, I kind of knew who I wanted to do certain things already. Went to a couple family members. I was like, I want my cousin to play this part, and I want my other cousin to play this part. And then I got a partner, he act. I want him to play this part. And then once I kind of chose those certain characters, Holy Spirit was just like, man, do a casting call, do a real casting call, because you're going to need some people to get down. So I did a casting call, nigga. tons of people showed up, and you know, Brandon Smiley, Ricky Smiley's son, came to the casting call, and he had got a role. But shout out, rest in peace to Brandon Smiley. He passed away before he could actually do his role. But we did a lot of behind the scenes stuff with him. And it was amazing, man. It was, you know, a few people passed away while we were filming. A couple people went to jail while we was filming. And I had learned this Hollywood type world. I ain't gonna say Hollywood, but just that industry is kind of a real cutthroat industry. And when we had got picked up on a real big, you know, situation, the people was telling me, like, you know, when my partners was getting in trouble and people was dying, they was like, man, I hate to hear that, but it's just business. You know, you just got to recast them. Just, you know, get somebody else to play that part.
That's no sympathy. A business is business.
You see what I'm saying?
It is, but like I got a real relationship with
you. See what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Folks don't care about that though. You gotta think about when it comes to the money and business where they have no sympathy.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, it happened, but
show must go on. You know what I'm saying?
We got a contract with y'all, so what you gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. And so, and again, going back to standing on your square. So, because of the stuff that I had been through, I took that whole mentality, even in this situation, standing on my square. I care about these folks. Like when my sister, Dominique Simmons had, you know, she died, she was murdered. Her mama cried in my living room. What I look like just recasting her.
Right,
yeah.
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
That don't even make sense.
Like
in
I was
spirit.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm all in the courtroom, you know what I'm saying, with these folks.
Yeah.
And so it's like, man, it's business, man. Nigga bump y'all, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's personal right now.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I was like, man, you know, I'm not going to allow. I'm never gonna put profit over people. And I began to figure out ways to honor these people and let their story still be told, even though they had passed away. And I knew eventually that, you know, when the story moved on, we would, you know, talk about new things. But I was not just going to stick somebody else in that place. And so doing it that way not only made more sense, it kind of made the show even more real in a sense, garnered more respect.
Right.
And we messed around. We became internationally known overnight. It's people in the UK and Germany right now watching the episodes. That's on Amazon Prime. And it's like, because we kind of had that real family camaraderie on set, and people knew, okay, more than just business, more than just trying to make something shake. Nigga, we really believe in each other, and we really want to see each other win and do something.
Facts.
So everybody riding.
Right.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
So
True
what?
Yes.
So like when you started, like how did you come up with the title 5 Little Penguins?
Yeah. So, you know, growing up, we all know that song, 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed, one fell off and bumped his head. Well, I had that song on my mind, and I couldn't copy off that. And so I thought about 5 Little Penguins and how no person is a penguin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning no person is black or white, but we all have gray areas in judgment. So like for instance, you might be black and white at sometimes, but then when it comes to your kids, I know my kid acted a fool, but you better not touch him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I know my child lied, but let me get him right. Don't don't come over.
Them, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Or even, you know what I'm saying, to certain extents, to, you know, like what that man said, Kodak Black ass said some one of his songs. He said, I might lie to you, but you better not lie to me.
He did.
And so we be having them weird gray areas in judgment. And so it's like, I was like, man, let's develop that premise. And I really started to dissect all of these things. We actually did real social experiments to come to the certain points that we made in the TV show. One of the things was the Fairfield Magistrate. I did because I be speaking too sometimes, and the Fairfield Magistrate did an event with D2B, Determined to Be. It's a nonprofit over on the east side of Birmingham, and I had to speak there. And when he was speaking, he started to talk about some statistics about young black men in the community between certain ages, I think it was like ages 14 to 25 or 26, either have all been shot at, or been to jail, right? And I think that all the statistics came down to like 6 out of 10 or 4 out of 10, all that type of stuff. So I was like, let's do some real social experiments. So me and my partners, right, when I had made the song, put the song out, song did dope. So when we started to actually cast people, and I started to, put the idea out to niggas in the hood, we'd be in the house. We'd be 12 deep in the house listening to the song. And after the song, I'd be like, all right, we're gonna do something. I'm gonna ask a question. If your answer is yes, raise your hand. If your answer is no, don't raise your hand. I say, it's 12 of us in the room now. Raise your hand if you've ever been to jail. Everybody raise their hand. Put your hand down. 12 of us still in the room. Raise your hand if you've ever been shot at. 7 people raise their hand. Put your hand down. If you ever been shot, raise your hand. 3 people raise their hand. And what we began to see is that a lot of these statistics were a little bit worse.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so from those social experiments, I got, and I say we, because when I say we, I really be talking about, my partners, of course, but in the quiet times, it be me and the Lord, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. We be doing this stuff, and I be following him. And like, I had kind of gotten the confidence to say that I know the stuff that I'm talking about is real, because I sat down in a room with real people and asked these questions and raised their hand. I sat down with Miss Faye on 4th Avenue, and she told me a story of something that happened to her. I sat down with leaders in the community, talked about things, and they told me stories that happened to them.
Right.
And I was able to be like, hey, this stuff needs to be talked about. This is real stuff. And a lot of the stuff that we talk about in the TV show is Googleable. Like, you can Google something and you're going to be like, oh, that actually happened. And we say loosely based on Birmingham because, you got to change names and switch up things a little bit so you protect people's identity and all that stuff like that, and you don't want to get sued. Right. Because you do a robbery scene and you say it's based off real stuff, but the person who actually robbed the people can sue you because he said, my shirt wasn't red, it was blue when I robbed them folks. So you owe me money. You know what I'm saying? And so you feel me? It's just like that. And so we have to, make things, make things look a certain way. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I got you. So, like, how long did it take you to get all the cast for the right roles?
Ooh. It took a minute, but the way that I do things is a little bit different than like most kind of professional Hollywood type productions. I work with good people more than talented people. Gotcha. I've learned that you can teach somebody a skill. Right. You can't teach nobody how to be a good person. It's got to be in them. Thanks. And so for the most part, and so I be like, okay, fool with this. You know what I'm saying? See what you think. And see, it's crazy because most of the people on our set are extremely inexperienced. Like, this is their first time doing something. Yeah. Some people on our set have been in the game for 20 years. It's a kid on our set right now, Taj Johnson. He's been in movies on Netflix. He's been in movies with Morgan Freeman. You know what I'm saying? Samuel L. Jackson, I believe. He's really that deal. So we got people that's like on fire like that, really into the acting, and we've got people like just raw talent, and this is their first time doing something. Right. And that amalgamation of people helps. It's like iron sharpen iron. Everybody's kind of learning, and it's a blessing for the vet to be on the game, showing people that he know how to move, and then the person who ain't never did this before getting the opportunity. Like, my first time stepping outside, I'm on Amazon Prime.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying?
That's big, right?
Yeah,
there.
That's big. So like, man, my niggas we done been in on radio interviews and on the news and all that type of stuff. And to see them get those experiences to like open up their life and imagine, like, because we dealing with real street niggas on our team. Yeah. And to see them, their eyes open and be like,
man, it's possible, bro. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Bro, just coming from that world, man, and then just like having somebody close, like, this is my brother doing this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I know his story. I know him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's real. Like, niggas is really real. It's like, dang. Like, you know.
Mind blowing, like.
Yeah.
Then, like you say, your first time stepping outside, Amazon Prime.
Yeah, like, niggas, you know, can't tell me shit. Like,
man,
you know.
What? Man.
Yeah, bro.
That's because it take people, like, years. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, man, that ain't easy to do.
You
know what I'm saying? That ain't easy to do.
And it's crazy because, and I always tell people, because I realized the journey, right? So I created my media company, because it started with the music, and then we just branched off, and I added the media, and I added advertising and stuff like that to the business as I kept going. I started it when I got out of high school, 17, 18, started the business, and then from 17 to 18 all the way to 25, 26, we got picked up in like 2022, I believe. So like that 10, 12 years I spent building the business. So Consistency. So even though my first TV show that I had kind of came up with made it to Amazon Prime.
You put in almost a decade.
Almost a decade of actual work and investment before I actually seen the big dividends. Like I was getting paid to rap and do shows and all that type of stuff like that. But nigga, the first time I seen 3 zeros, 4 zeros was with the TV show, creating these businesses and all that type of stuff like that. And so it was like, man, you know, the thought process became different once I got to this point. But again, there was a whole decade of just going to the club, meeting people, shaking hands, getting people to fool with you, letting people know that you actually are talented, going out of town, you know. And it's crazy, see, me being a rap out of town, I go to Florida, I'm rapping in the club, and then they get you on the mic, ask you where you from, and say Birmingham. Niggas act like you stink, like ugh. Like, you know, you from Birmingham.
Yeah, you know, they already think Alabama country anyway.
You see what I'm saying?
What part of Florida you went to though?
Orlando. That's what I'm saying. And see. Yeah. So man, I rapped in one of the biggest strip clubs in Orlando. Like this strip club had like 3 floors. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Damn. I don't think I've been in one.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's booty at the door. Like check me out.
They play no games.
No games. Yeah. So look, nigga, it's like 20 degrees outside. This girl is standing by the door in a thong.
Yep,
and
they do
heels.
it. They do it.
It's cold, nigga, because you know they bottle water. So like when that wind get the blowing, it be cutting, it be freezing. I'm in here bundled up. You know,
she hanging out,
boy.
They hit different right now.
Yeah, Florida don't play. They don't play, bro. They gonna hang out. They gonna hang out. Yeah.
And so you know, that experience is saying like, okay, niggas kind of be trying to shun Birmingham, like Birmingham's not talented. Everybody on our show is from Birmingham.
Yeah, I think they look at Alabama like that in general too, though.
Now, I will say that, like, being a Florida girl, I don't feel like we don't think y'all got talent.
See, you from Florida. Don't be trying to take over your folks, man.
Oh, by all means. But no, it ain't that we don't feel like y'all don't got talent. I don't feel like y'all talent is broadcast enough. When it comes to Birmingham, again, everybody know about the crimes, but they don't know about the talented people, what y'all have to offer. So that do have to be exposed more. Because, when you do go to certain places, I'm like, Birmingham, like,
what they doing down there?
What you do? Like, we don't know your music, we don't know you, we don't know, like, so.
You probably done shot a nigga.
Yeah.
We know that probably. First 48.
Yeah,
you know?
Y'all watch that nigga all night, please. Don't take your eyes off him.
You feel what I'm saying? Because those are the 2 things there's 2 things that they always kind of mentioned to me when I went out of town, and that was the first 48. Mm-hmm. And some racist jump. Yep. And that was
it. That's the only thing y'all known for.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it was like once I started to see that going different places, I was like, man, there's more than that in Birmingham.
Yeah.
And so I kind of felt that even as I was developing the plan to do the TV show, I was like, man, we're gonna feature all Black-owned businesses in this TV show. All the actors got to be from Birmingham. All the music in the background gonna be Birmingham artists. Even the beers that we drinking coming from Birmingham beer companies, everything is Birmingham.
That's how you put your city on. That's how you put your city
on. And see, the Lord had told me that, bro, because he was like, he did what he told me. He said, man, you know, your company's gonna do well, But when the light comes and when it shines down, it's not just gonna shine on you. It's gonna shine on everybody. It's gonna shine on my partner Michael Cure. It's gonna shine on Ray the Great. It's gonna shine on It Splat Tattoos. It's gonna shine on Trap Baby's clothing line. It's gonna shine on all the people that's affiliated with the project.
And that's how you put your people on.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's how you
feel
put
what
your
I'm
people
saying.
That's how you be the glue to the project.
You feel me?
For sure.
You got to be the glue.
For sure. That's how it done right there.
Instead of want to be the leader, be the glue.
You feel me? And that's really what I saw was like, man, you know, because again, it's not gonna benefit a whole lot of people if I just, you know what I'm saying, do good. If my nigga beside me can eat off the plate, it's enough meat on the bone, then go ahead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's eat. Let's do something. And that's something that I really hold close to the vest is collaboration and inspiration. And through that working together, man, I can't wait for this full season to come out because the first 2 episodes that's on Amazon Prime, that was just born out of trauma. So if I can talk about it right now, you want to ask a question? Go ahead. So right when we got picked up on Amazon Prime, I get the news. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I didn't even get the news, bro. I didn't even know we was on Amazon Prime. But what ended up happening is there was a deadline. We had to send the stuff. Right before our deadline had happened, our sound engineer at the time, he was working on some stuff on the TV show. He had all our hard drives in his house. His house burns down, catches on fire.
Oh, man.
We lose the entire show, nigga.
Oh, man. That had to be crazy.
Nothing but the devil.
And check this out, right? So my partner, he had a studio in his basement, in his house, in the back room. So I was recording all my music at his house, and he was doing the stuff on the TV show. So I lost 2 years worth of music and the TV show when his house burned down. And he lost a bunch of stuff too. I don't want to just make it about me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But a nigga was hurting, I ain't gonna lie. Bro, I'm talking about I was bands deep. I'm talking about I probably had put like 30, 40K in to get it to where it was at. And we lose the TV show. And but my partner in Boston had already kind of secured the play. So it was like, do I tell him I can't do it and make my company look bad or figure some junk out? So we took one of the hard drives to the Geek Squad or somebody, and they was able to recover 26 minutes worth of footage. And so we took, and you feel what I'm saying?
So that explains. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we took that 26 minutes worth of footage and cut it in 2 because the rules had to where you had to have at least like 12 minutes to make an episode. So we got 2 13-minute episodes from that 26 minutes, sent it to my partner, and I was just like, man, please just shoot a shot for me. And that's when they was like, man, you know, don't be discouraged if you don't get picked up. Boom, 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 boom. Shot that shot, nigga. Curry with the deep 3. You see what I'm saying?
Because I watched the episode this morning.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, it's 12 minutes. This shit good, man.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, and it worked out to our favor because even though it was only 12 minutes of heat, nigga.
Man, and listen, you're going to want to know the rest of the story.
You see what I'm saying?
The best 26 minutes.
You see what I'm saying? And so now when
not to cut you off, but that was like magic how you just came up with that. Like, we still finna figure out something this way.
Yeah.
And still feed them to the point where, like, they got to be looking for more.
Yeah, they got to be looking for more. And really, again, I was moving in faith because I was thinking, nigga, my company is young. I got a plug in Boston. I don't want to, you know, your reputation, like in the streets.
Right.
If you mess a nigga over, you're marked.
Your face
card
dead.
is dead. And so, like, that's why I say I've only had one deal that went bad, and most of it was not my fault. Like, I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
This other person didn't come with what he was supposed to come with. But since I was the face of the, you see what I'm saying? Since I was the face of the deal, I kind of had to deal with the brunt of it. But so with that same mindset, I was like, man, my face card, I want to send him at least something.
Right.
So I spent that bread to kind of, you know, get 26 minutes, cut it in half, sent it to him, and he was like, hey, we gonna shoot. Shot, made it, and they was like, okay, we understand, we get it. You needed more time. You need more time to get this stuff together. We'll allow you that time. So we just got to work, filming. Then we lose the TV show again.
Oh, man.
So look, while we were filming, No, we had got to post production, and we had all the hard drives and everything, and our computers, like the hard drives just exploded. You know what I'm saying?
Got too hot.
Like I don't know what happened. They just malfunctioned because I didn't even know hard drives can malfunction. Yeah. They just stopped working. I took them. See, and this right here is real crazy. So these hard drives couldn't be fixed the same way the other hard drives got fixed. I took them to this Chinese dude that I flew with in Trustville. He busted the hard drives open and was like, "Yeah, we got to send this to California. We can't do this here." And sent it to California, nigga. They tried to charge me they gave me 3 quotes. First quote, they was trying to charge me to fix one hard drive, like $7,800.
For what?
Yeah, bro. So I'm like, cuz these niggas tripping.
Man, what?
So I'm like, bro. And then we had numerous hard drives that had to get fixed.
They try to bust your head for what?
You feel what I'm saying? And so I end up having to break down and pay that type of bread though, to get them fixed. And even though they fixed it, they didn't even recover everything that we lost.
Right.
Like they didn't recover everything. So I paid all that money and didn't even get everything back.
Right.
But I got enough back to have my whole season still. So I did that and then started just amping up on storage. Like my backup had a backup. You know what I'm saying? And then that backup had a backup. And spent, all that bread to make sure that type of thing never happened again.
Learning experience.
You see what I'm saying? And then we was rocking and rolling. And so now here we are getting ready to get like a release date for this upcoming season.
So when is it expected to hit the TV?
So right now I want it to come out in mid-September. Mm-hmm. But because of QC, and what QC is quality control, your stuff has to pass quality control before they decide to put it out. It might come out in late September, early October.
But it will be this year though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If it don't come out, oh snap! There it is right there. Yeah, true crime drama series, Birmingham, Alabama, at Amazon. Yeah, there it is right there.
They can go find that, look it up.
You feel what I'm saying? And so if it don't come out this year, somebody gonna get slapped. And it's not gonna be me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to talk to somebody about something. It's coming out this year.
For sure. So I wanna go back a little bit, right? How did you develop your team to be able to run a production like that?
The Lord, nigga. I'm gonna keep it a buck, boy. It had to be God, because again, we dealing with real street niggas. A couple of people had degrees, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nashay Jackson. She was one of my stage managers. Shout out to Sakina Foreman, my cousin. She was another one of my stage managers. My nigga Pierre Xavier, Jordan Hudis, Deshaun Motley, Caleb Maxey. Just heavy hitters, bro. And then even the people that were actually on the cast, they stepped up in big ways too. And so what it was, bro, we just kind of established what we wanted it to be from Jump Street. We had a dinner on the rooftop of the Ellington, and while we was up there, I just kicked the vibes to everybody. I was like, "Hey, this is what we trying to do. It's gonna be an endeavor that may take years, but nigga, if we get down, we all gonna be able to benefit." And everybody, I think it was a collection of everybody knowing who I was, and everybody being willing to put themselves on the line. And the results started to come so fast. Like when we got picked up by Amazon Prime, it came out of left field. Because I was telling everybody it was a Netflix hopeful. We wanted to be on Netflix, but I was just saying that.
Yeah.
Nigga, we got picked up on Amazon Prime. And that may not sound as good as Netflix, right? But when you look at the metrics, Amazon Prime is the largest streaming platform in the world.
I thought you talking about net, man. You where you need to be.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like with no marketing, it's people in the UK and Germany watching the TV show.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that would get me, like, bro, I swear to God, like I did not know about this TV show. It was literally like through a word of mouth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, man, he on Prime? You know what I'm saying? Like, the first thing, like, no Tubi, no, you know what I'm saying?
You see what I'm
like,
saying?
Not to downplay Tubi because I watch a lot of series and movies on Tubi, but, like, Amazon Prime, Alabama?
Yeah, you
man,
know?
this can't be real.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
And,
so,
yeah.
like when I looked at it, I'm like, damn, this shit is real. He wasn't lying. You know, niggas bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, I went and looked it up, and I seen it. I'm like, damn, man, it's right here.
Yeah, right.
You feel me? And like, and it's crazy because like that's how God works. You know what I'm saying? You was hoping for Netflix just saying something and got even picked up on a much larger platform.
Right,
Not even to downplay Netflix because it's a big platform itself.
Exactly.
But to be on Amazon Prime, coming
out the gate, you know,
man, that's
like
different.
Amazon Prime was the first company that got the licenses. And Tubi followed suit shortly after. And it's crazy because Tubi got the licenses, but they didn't drop the show yet. So it's like they got the licenses to stream it, but it's not out on there yet, which is crazy to me. And then right after them, it was like 4 or 5 other platforms was like, yeah, we want that on our stuff too. And the beauty of the situation that we sitting in is, again, it's an 80-20 split. We take 80% of the proceeds. They get 20%. With my distribution, and there's the negotiation kind of clause to where if one of these platforms, but in the streaming world they call them channels, if one of these channels wants to take on our TV show exclusively, we get to negotiate that deal and we take 100% of that deal home. And so it's like it's like something that you kind of unheard of, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's something that you kind of you hope for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I know a lot of big people that's like been in this industry for a while, you know what I'm saying? Famous people that go through some of the rough patches when it comes to like the licenses and deals and things like that. So just understanding like where you at and the type of deals you got, man, that's a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Bro.
That's favor. That's what favor look like.
For sure.
It is, bro. It's God is good, nigga.
All the time.
And all the time, God is good. You feel me? You see, you might be from Birmingham for real, but
never.
That's crazy.
Sheila, Florida.
Polk County, Florida.
Oh Lord, Jesus. But what I was about to say, man, was what you felt the way?
Yeah, disrespectful. That's very disrespectful. I was gonna let it slide though. Yeah.
She'll live to hate another day.
You feel me?
I don't want no beef.
We
cousins. We first cousins. Birmingham and Polk County is first cousins.
Okay. I see it.
Polk County getting a little pokey.
Trey, don't
be poking at the Bama
now. Don't start now, cause y'all can't whip us now. Y'all fight though. Y'all fight, but we ain't gonna turn that into this.
Here we go again.
We ain't gonna turn that into this. I'm gonna stand for my state.
We good ahead. Folks. Power of the people. We stick together.
That's why I said we first cousins.
You feel me?
But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, I forgot. She crazy.
I'm sorry.
You know? But I think that coming out the gate the way that we did and having the situation the way that we have it, it kind of inspired everybody. And like I was saying, I didn't even know we was on Amazon Prime, nigga. I was in the bed laying with my wife, just scrolling through Amazon Prime, and no, I was like, you know how like you got all the little icons or whatever on the screen when you turn your smart TV on. So we got, Stars, HBO, all that stuff like that. I go to Prime, click on Prime Video. When Prime Video comes on, you choose your little profile and it opens up. Nigga, we was on the front page.
For real?
So I was like,
you didn't even know this.
No, bro. They didn't tell me nothing. No thing. So when I see it, I started tripping, nigga.
Crazy,
bro. I was like, bro, I'm talking about.
Your wife went looking at you crazy and like, what's right?
Yes. And then I'm on 2 phones, nigga. Go check this show
Amazon
out.
Red
Nigga, go get it now. I'm calling my mama, my cousins, nigga, everybody. And when that happened, it kind of opened up everybody's eyes to be like, okay, this is a real thing.
Oh yeah.
And then because I kind of like always been maneuvering a certain way through the city. Like I've been able to do stuff that I ain't really supposed to do. Like we didn't shut, man. Let me, because the ops might see this, but
don't say too much.
We didn't shut stuff down, bro. Let me just say that. And it took over whole blocks. We filming. They can't stop us from filming. like you know what I'm saying? And we done been everywhere. We done filmed all in, Vestavia. We done filmed at the TJ Tower. We done filmed, downtown 4th Ave. We done filmed everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
So do it be hard, like getting those locations, like to shoot at?
Sometimes it depends. Because again, I had been building the Whoop for like a decade. Yeah. So I just tapped a lot of old relationships that I had and was like, hey, bro, we trying to do this. What's the play? Oh, for sure, I got you. We rock. We cool. Yeah. We make that happen. And then took that kind of confidence to go shake other hands and meet other people. And like you said, word of mouth, people was like, oh, cuz told me about you. Yeah, come on, come fool with us. You know what I'm saying? And then for the more established places like the TJ Tower, the Lord has showed me how to work that junk, bro. Because, TJ Tower, we shot in the TJ Tower during COVID. Now, on before COVID, trying to do this type of production at the TJ Tower, they may or may not have paid us any type of attention. They may not be like, nigga, y'all gone. Y'all ain't making enough money for us. But during COVID, a lot of these businesses were bleeding, right? They needed bread. So the Lord told me that and said, like, capitalize off that opportunity. So I went into the TJ Tower, met the right person, set some stuff up, and offered some bread. And me knowing that most of these big companies need bread to just kind of, put it in their stash, I was like, let's go after them. And went after it, and they accepted it. And so, but see, me being so crafty, what I was like, okay, so since you accept this deal, we not just going to stop it here. You're going to have to let us film here for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we trying to get down. And we said that, in some of the paperwork that we was doing. And just forging those relationships. You get, we use COVID to kind of set that stuff up. But then we followed up with good business practices. Thanks. Like we ain't break nobody's stuff. My cousin, bro, if you watching this, cuz when you drop that key fob down the elevator shaft, nigga, you cost me bread. So like we was moving furniture into the TJ Tower, and he threw me the key fob because you gotta have a key fob to go up and down the elevator. He threw me the key fob. No, he didn't throw it to me. He threw it to somebody else. He didn't catch it. Oh, dude, man. Dropped the key fob. It went straight through the elevator shaft.
Damn.
Like, bro, I'm talking about like, I was so heated. And people, it's so crazy because people was like looking at me to see what my reaction was going to be. Because we had like what was it on set? Like 15 people on set that day. And then they was having like a little wedding party in one of the rooms. And so it was just a lot of people kind of around. And folks was just looking at me to see how I was going to react. Because we're in this extremely tall building. They letting us bring all this furniture in. They gave us a suite that was just completely empty for us to do what we needed to do with it. So we, that's what's up. You feel what I'm saying? Brought in couches, brought in lights, all that type of stuff, and set it up. And the Holy Spirit just kind of let me be calm. And see, my cousin knew I was upset because that's my cousin. Yeah. We grew up, but
he did it.
Yeah, he did it. He did it, bro. Yeah. And I can't blame it all on him because who he threw it to, they should have, or who threw it should have caught it. But it was just like, bro, like, why would you even throw the key fob? Like, come on, bro. Like, act like we been somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, and by us being family, some of those disagreements was had easier. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because this is my cousin. And so it was like, nigga, pass by Lil Penguins. I got to see you at the family cookout. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then we was raised fighting. So it's like, you and your cousin get into it. Y'all scrap.
Disagree.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We go in the back. We throw blows. We wrap up. But then we cool. You know what I'm saying? And so it was better. It was easier to have certain types of disagreements. And then I think the Lord was even working in me during that time to just help me maneuver through some of them things because I started to have bigger disagreements in other businesses because I own other businesses. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? In business, when big numbers are talked about, bro, people turn to savages. And, and I've learned how to maneuver through them situations and not let other people get me out of pocket.
Like you say, it's the same game played with the streets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just a different language.
Exactly.
And the same rules still apply.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly, bro. People be plotting and all types of stuff.
Yeah, and they more ruthless in that scenery of business
than
any other business that you can participate in.
You think you hit a nigga with the switch, bro? They will take your house,
man,
and your kids ain't got nowhere to live, and freeze your bank account so you can't even use money. Like, bro, like them niggas, them folks be moving a whole different type of way.
They
savage, you know what I'm saying? They'll sink your whole deal, you know what I'm saying? And then not just sink your deal, but sink your reputation. Tell people about, but not to fool with you. You know what I'm saying? That was a situation.
That blackballing shit real.
It is, bro. There was a situation where we almost went through that. Because, see, my company, we are not SAG. We're not SAG-AFTRA. We're not in the union.
Yeah.
And working with a company that's not in the union is kind of frowned upon when it comes to SAG, because there's certain fees and stuff that people get paid and make. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay the union and all that type of stuff like that to work with SAG people, and payments and all that little junk like that. So there was a situation where this guy was telling me, and because I was new to the game, I didn't really know if it was true or not. He was saying that, SAG people are not supposed to work with people that's not SAG. And we needed a person who was like a professional to do a certain stunt. We was finna set this dude on fire for a scene. And so we needed somebody who knew what they was doing. But I didn't have no money to pay SAG just to get this dude to be on camera for 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it was like we had to finesse a way. And I feel like if I say it and some people from SAG, they're going to be like, that nigga always figuring a way. But bump you niggas, I'm going to say it. So look, what it was is in a lot of those clauses and stuff, people have to get paid. SAG people got to get paid, or the union has to be paid, or whatever, if their person is on the camera.
Oh, so it don't matter who it is. If they from the union
and they're in front of the camera,
they has to get paid.
Yeah, the union and stuff got to be involved in that to get paid, and all the little stuff that applies. So what we did is the person who was the professional from the union trained somebody else to actually do the stunt, and we had him on set to make sure we did it right. So that way
you don't owe them nothing, because he wasn't even on camera, but he used his talent to teach. What they call them?
Like almost like an understudy, almost like a stand-in.
Yeah.
Just like somebody who was a placeholder. He taught him, made sure we did this right, made sure people were safe, and to do that was the plan. And we was able to kind of sidestep. But truthfully, when we were making the plan, he still was charging too much money. Like, cause again, you talking about giving somebody $15,000 for like 8-10 seconds.
Man, what?
You see what I'm saying?
How I go sign up? I need to go work for them.
You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, I didn't have that bread, but I was really good at making relationships. Yeah. And so even though I didn't book him to do that because of the relationship that we had fostered, he still gave me the advice on how to go about it.
Right.
And I still can talk to this man today. And so it's like, we've been able to just do stuff with what you got.
You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That fall back too on what you said earlier about good face.
Yeah,
good face.
Exactly.
And good relationships. Like it seemed like the relationships what got you farther in this business more than anything, because that always talent.
Exactly. That's your character gotta keep you where your character gonna keep you where your talent gonna take you. And so it's like you can be very talented, but again, you can't teach a person how to be a good person. And so if it's in them, it's gonna come out. And my thought process just on all of this stuff, man, is just trying to be the best that I know how to be as a person. Because I'm not, I don't never confess myself to be like this big Hollywood person because we on Amazon Prime, this, that, and the third. Like I'm still the same person. You know what I'm saying? I've just been able to experience some things and see some things and shake some hands and be cool with people. But it's like doing good by people, it follows you. You know what I'm saying? The Bible tell us, bro, that a good name is worth more than silver and gold. So I can have all the money in the world, but if my face card is trash,
Nobody gonna want to.
Yeah,
you might as well be broke.
You feel you might as well be broke because it's only a matter of time that people stop fucking with you.
Right,
you
right.
know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a true story now.
We gonna go. Man, it was good having you, bro. I really appreciate you stopping through, man. Sharing that with us, man. It was man. I'm talking about like, bro. The gym that you dropped tonight, I don't even think Birmingham natives know a lot of this information.
Yeah.
Knew a lot of this information that you shared tonight. So it's definitely gonna put a highlight on the city itself.
Oh yeah,
you get what I'm saying? And you know, man, I'm from Alabama, but I'm from Montgomery. You feel what I'm saying? So you know, it gonna I'm gonna travel that down there. You feel me? Because there's a lot of talented dudes, man. We got a lot of comedians coming up in the city doing their thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all do too, because I just connected with a dude that I got that we got coming on the show.
What's his name?
His name Makai Blair.
I think I've heard of him.
He do skits and stuff. On Facebook.
Right.
But we got a couple comedians like Buck the Comedian, J Dolph, Isaiah Hooks, all them guys coming out Montgomery and doing in the comedian world. So they comics. They do a lot of work up here too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But bro, it's talent everywhere.
Yes, bro.
You get what I'm saying? It's talent everywhere.
And even like when because there's so much that I wish we had time to talk about, but I've learned that there's just pockets of good people. So like even like you talk about the comedian stuff, they have a comedy coalition in Birmingham headed by Eugene Henry Jr. And I had got with Eugene to get on the TV show. He got a role from trying out and stuff. But with him, he brought like 4 other great comedians who was like dope. We gave, they got a shot, got a role just based off that, them being in that pocket of good people. And I think that, again, us learning how to be together, learning how to be a people, certain things just happen for us. Because here it is, a couple years ago, we was just trying to make it. Now, my partners, they looking at Eugene Henry Jr. in Germany. Like they don't, you feel what I'm saying? It's people watching him in a whole nother country. And so, I think that we just have to get back to that basic of just, man, being a people, trying to do right by one another, being the example. And I think that us kind of using our synergy, we'll be the example to other black people to say, hey, man, we need to click up. What them folks doing over there, you see what they doing? We can either go over there and click up with them, or we can click up ourselves. But we gotta click up and do something.
Facts.
And that's the goal.
Facts. And we're gonna get there in due time.
Yeah.
But man, let people know when to expect season 2.
Yes. So we're expecting season 2 to drop this year, September, October. Now, keep all your social media eyes open. You feel me? Because when we pop out in a big way. We going to have the billboards all around Birmingham. We going to be on every radio station. We going to be on every news station. That's WBRC, WVTM, ABC 3340. We done been all over the news already. You can look stuff up about it. It's 5 Lil Penguins, the number 5, LIL, Penguins, PENGUS. Put it in Google. You going to find us, bro. ChatGPT will help you out as well. You feel what I'm saying? Like we outside, nigga, in a real way. And I wanna put this out there too. If you are an artist, a rapper, you got good music, we're putting all Birmingham artist music in our TV show. It ain't no music that's like Drake or nothing like that. Every song you hear is made in Birmingham. The clothing lines that you see, we try to keep it all Birmingham, like civil. You know what I'm saying? Fly V, shout out to Trap Babies, the Trenches, so many different clothing lines, Suave, all these people that we've used. Hauser Pros is a sneaker company in Birmingham. They look like Air Maxes, bro, like running shoes. I got his own shoe company. And, just all these great things. So if you are into any type of thing and you want to try to get some international exposure, you can click up with us. You can get down with us, and we'll put you on, you know what I'm saying, and do good business with you. So put that out there. But yeah, it's 5 Lil Penguins, the number 5 LIL Penguins. And we outside.
And you can find that on Amazon Prime. And before you go, let people know what platforms they can find you on.
As far as so you find me on Facebook, Devonta Ravizee, Devonta. Ravizee is Ravizee. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, maybe Twitter. I don't know, because I'm really not a social media person, to be honest. But if you hit me up on Facebook, you definitely will find me. And if you hit me up on Instagram, you definitely will find me. But you know what I'm saying? Or even YouTube, you know. You can get it. I ain't too hard to find, champ. You know, you can find me. And that's pretty much it.
For sure, for sure.
I would definitely say I enjoyed you. I love the spirituality. I love learning more about Birmingham. I love what you're doing. Congratulations to you. Keep up the good work, and go ahead and say it.
So is one thing that I did want to say. So this TV show, doing this TV show, kind of led me into one of the biggest parts of my life. So here I was kind of thinking that I was meant to be kind of like, you know, a street dude or trying, you know, next in line to kind of take up that mantle. I did the TV show, got picked up on Amazon Prime, did an interview on the news, WBRC. Somebody from the historic district, 4th Avenue, saw me on the news and asked me to come to speak. I go there to speak. As I'm speaking, this little lady named Miss Roby interrupts me from talking. And after I get finished speaking, she shows me these old news articles about my family's history. Showed how my great uncles were pastors back in the day, and they were responsible for kind of helping people get ready for the 1963 Children's March back in the day. And like, you know, she talked about how one of my great uncles, you know, would come to her house and cook chicken for her, you know what I'm saying? And back in the day, they used to actually kill their chickens themselves, take the feathers off of them and cook them. And she said to me, she said she thought all of the Ravizees had passed away. She thought that she had like lost her connection to that family tree. And them seeing me on the news, and I'm in her office giving a speech. It was almost like the Lord kind of made that thing happen.
Yeah.
And here I am thinking I was, you know, the descendant of just street people. I ended up having a family history of world changers. Like my relatives helped one of the greatest social movements in the history of the world in Birmingham. And so when I learned that, it literally just revolutionized just the way that I thought. And what it did for me too is like it let me realize that I kind of got disconnected from that family history. I'm just one person, bro. How many other people in Birmingham do you think got disconnected from their great family history? Probably a lot of these young niggas running around with switches.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, you might be running around thinking that you're meant to be one way, but you really could be a world changer. But because of how the attacks of the enemy just on black people and black culture then stuffed us in the mud so much, we ain't really able to wiggle up out that thing and see.
Yeah.
And so I want to encourage everybody, man, to just be the best you can be, bro, and the Lord will find his way. Because it went from me doing this TV show, just trying to do my art, do the thing that I love, to me figuring out that my relatives were damn near activists. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's deep, though.
That's deep.
Yeah, bro.
Man, we definitely got to bring you back, man.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
We family. We locked in now, cuz.
Oh, for sure. I got to give me a script, man. You got a script for me? I need me a role, man.
Man, matter of fact, I got y'all boys a poster. I'm going to go get it out the car before the night of wood. I'm going to bring out a poster.
Most definitely need that.
This is the Good Folks Podcast. Before we wrap it up, man, you know, I just want to give a shout out to all our supporters. And please like, share, subscribe, and you can catch us on all platforms, man. Every Tuesday, man, 7 p.m. on YouTube, we'll be dropping the visual, man. Yes, y'all chime in, and we're going to end it for the one try. Together we vibe.
Good energy, high vibration.
Great conversation is what we provide.